The government has announced Canada's Foreign Minister John Baird will lead a delegation to Ukraine later this week. Baird, some Ukrainian Canadian leaders and parliamentarians will travel to Kiev, the epicenter of the unrest there. The future of that country remains deeply uncertain tonight. Hopes a unity government could be formed today were dashed. Parliament, though, did vote to try ousted President Viktor Yanukovich in the International Criminal Court. But he is still on the run. As Mike Drolet reports, that may be the least of the country's problems.
Mourning in the Maidan, tears for the dead amidst shrines being built. There's no time to celebrate the end of the revolution. Now they have to rebuild and figure out how the new Ukraine will succeed. Even the search for deposed President Viktor Yanukovych has lost its urgency, such as the speed with which change has come.
Everything is going at about 10 times faster than it should be going. We're looking at 1 day feeling like a month.
It was only last week Ukraine's security forces were sent to Kiev to fight. Today, they stood before the people to beg for forgiveness. Meanwhile, a new government won't be formed until Thursday. This as presidential candidates begin to jockey for position. Whoever wins has an economic disaster to deal with. Reports suggest Ukraine needs $35 billion to pay its salaries and pensions. But it likely won't get anything unless strict austerity measures are agreed to. The West has offered to help. The Russians, they pulled their ambassador, are massing troops in the south, and are offering passports to Ukrainians living in Crimea. The same thing it did before invading Georgia in 2008.
The country is mourning, the country is rebuilding, and the country is deathly afraid of not being able to do points 1 and 2 because it's about to be attacked.
This is the object of the tug of war on the Black Sea, Crimea, home to Russia's most important naval base. It's an area where ethno-Ukrainians form only the third largest group, and Russian flags are more commonly seen. We want to join the Russian Federation, says this resident. Everybody in our house wants to. In Kiev, a symbol of Russian influence, the gold Soviet star which stood over top Parliament was removed. Ties that bind are being cut, and now a new government has to make fresh alliances. Based on what's happening outside Kiev, time isn't on their side. Mike Drolet, Global News.